What's up, everybody? Obviously, you see the title. And before we jump into the video, I want to make it very clear that these are my own thoughts and opinions. This is not sponsored by any cruise line. This is just my thoughts, unfiltered, for you guys. I also want to preface this video by saying I am a fan of Carnival. If you have watched the channel or are a fan of the channel, I am a platinum member in the rewards program, and I have made tons of memories on Carnival Cruise Lines that I will cherish for a lifetime, and nothing can ever take that away. However, with it only being a month into the summer, and Carnival has made some extreme changes when it comes to their cruise line, and it has left a pretty bad taste in my mouth. And if I have a camera, I'm going to call them out because it's just my thoughts. With these changes that Carnival has implemented, they're acting like there aren't other cruise brands out in the world that we can go spend our money with. And because of that, there's other cruise lines stepping up to the plate like MSC to take a market share away from Carnival. And especially when you're comparing prices with MSC and Carnival, they are pretty much the same. MSC is even, in fact, a little bit cheaper, and your money does go a little bit further. So let's dive right into the video with the key differences of what's going on with Carnival versus MSC. It's no surprise that Carnival keeps raising its drink package price. We'd made a video in 2022 where Carnival's drink package was $59.95 per day. Fast forward 3 years and is now $82 a person per day, meaning it has grown quite significantly in price. Now, I think Carnival is doing this to help navigate all the riffraff that they've had on board. Obviously, alcohol is a big proponent when it comes to fights, and when you think of Carnival, you are starting to think of fights. So I think they're trying to clean up their image a little bit and make the drink package a little bit more expensive and hopefully kind of navigate all the riffraff that way. For example, I was on the Carnival Conquest this year with Pete, and our drink package was literally more expensive than the cruise itself. You would think that that would probably sway some people to not get the drink package. However, that just made people want to get the drink package and make sure they got their money's worth even more. Realistic, if you're a heavy drinker or weigh a lot, 15 drinks might not be enough for you, which is kind of crazy to say to some people, but for some people, that's just the truth. And when you go over to MSC and you look at their drink package and their pricing, you could see a pretty vast difference. Unlike Carnival, who just lets you have 15 drinks of anything at a $20 price point or below. And when you start to look at differences on MSC, the drink package is pretty glaring because, one, it's included in your cruise fare. They have two drink packages on MSC. One is the basic one, and then there is a premium one. And the basic one allows you to have a drink up to $10. And don't be fooled by that number. There are many drinks you can get for $10 on board still. We just had the basic drink package when we went on board the MSC Seascape, and we were still able to do some pretty serious damage to our livers. And we did drink some quality stuff like Anejo tequila still. Also, MSC doesn't limit you. So if you are one of those people where 15 doesn't feel like it's enough, you can keep going on MSC and they will not cut you off as long as you don't appear too intoxicated. If you do, they will slow you down, get you a water, which is more on the customer service side than policy side. But I do have to say MSC does a really good job of handling people who are drunk. I don't know if it's the clientele or what, but we didn't see too many people stumbling around on MSC. Up next is the big one that really sparked a lot of controversy, and that is Carnival's changes to the loyalty program. It's going to cost people thousands of dollars annually to keep their status on the new Carnival Rewards program compared to how it used to be previously, and how it's done on every other cruise line is when you accrue points and your points never expire. For every day that you're on the sea, you get a point, and those points can translate to rewards like getting laundry service, getting free upgrades, having free drinks. And Carnival is the first one to change their rewards program to be within a certain period of time. You have to spend X amount of dollars and you have to travel X amount of days. And for people without PTO or who aren't rolling in dough, this is probably going to kick them off all loyalty, all rewards, and all of that, unfortunately. Not to mention that Carnival has started to shrink their rewards anyway. Over the year, they've taken away perks, and they've made it harder for you to actually cash in your perks. Like if you were a gold member, you used to be able to get a little pin that was delivered right to your room. Now you have to go to the photo gallery and ask for it. Sometimes they're sold out too. In a previous life, you were able to get strawberries delivered to your room on a random night. And I mean chocolate covered strawberries, the good stuff. Now you have to call and get it coordinated for a delivery day. And this all used to be done without any of the passengers expectations. This was just done and you didn't have to think about it, which just seems like now they're making you work to collect those rewards, and a lot of people aren't redeeming them. Now, if we switch over to MSC, we can talk about rewards programs, and they are taking advantage. They have always taken advantage, but right now it's looking extra appealing. They are matching your status with your cruise line, and they will translate it directly to their tiered program, and you'll be able to get all their benefits and perks. Now, I'm Platinum, which would translate to Gold on MSC, and some of the perks I get would be pretty good. I get a free specialty gift. I get a courtesy bathrobe and slippers. I have early access to theater shows. I get one free F1 simulator circuit, which is kind of cool. I'm not sure if you guys know, MSC on their newer ships has like an F1 race car simulator. It's really cool. We saw people doing it when we were on the Seascape, and I didn't realize I get a free one. You get invitations to special members only events, which will provide free complimentary drinks. You can get a birthday cake if it's your birthday for free, and you get a priority line for different dining and seating time preferences. So pretty solid perks, and honestly, I'm not terribly mad about it. Considering what I get at Carnival, the best thing I get is laundry, but I really only utilize that one time when I'm leaving. That way I can have all my laundry freshly pressed and folded to make it a lot easier to pack on the way home. On the topic of loyalty, yes, MSC might not have as good of perks. However, they do have all kinds of music and all genres, which leads me to my next point about Carnival. Carnival Cruise Line is banning music, and this isn't in fact confirmed, so I'm going to go off of what I'm hearing on the streets. I like to keep my ear to the ground, and it is Carnival Cruise Line is testing a no rap music policy in order to combat violence, which seems pretty targeting to a certain demographic of people. I'm not going to say who. I'll let you guys figure that out. But with that being said, I think having a major genre from any DJ's playlist being cut will impact the guest experience when it comes to deck parties, when it comes to dancing in the nightclub, when it comes to just overall ship experience. And I have to say, MSC nightclubs are some of the best I've ever been to, period. Not just on cruise lines. I'm talking on land as well. The dance floor was packed. The DJ played every genre under the sun. We had Latin, we had rap, we had EDM, we had country. Not a huge country guy, but they managed to make it work. I have to say, if you haven't been on an MSC cruise yet, and you do like to go out and have a good time, MSC's nightlife is top tier. Carnival has also banned some other things that feel targeted, like fans and certain line dances. Again, if they're going to compromise your cruise experience because you like that stuff, there's other cruise lines that will gladly take your money. Let me know if you've been on a Carnival cruise recently and have not heard rap music. This policy has been instituted only like 2 weeks ago. So if you've been on a cruise in the last 2 weeks, I really want to know. I want to know what your experience was. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Kyle. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy and peace.